Ryan, I was strolling through the aisles of Super Saver recently. That's my grocery store of
Your
choice.
favorite spot.
Yeah, favorite spot in Lincoln,
You
really.
seem
To
to
hit.
be there all the time.
I am quite frequently, which, by the way, I have not yet cracked into the 3 pound bag of frozen chicken bites. So we're going to have to get on that
Well,
because
I'm not sure it's going to be snowing anytime soon. So
actually it's going to be snowing on Wednesday.
really,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
see that I'll believe that when I see it. I'll see it
Yeah.
when I see it,
Yeah.
but I'll also believe it when I see it.
Yes. And then I will believe. But anyway, I was back in the aisles, not picking up frozen chicken.
Hopefully not.
I can't remember what I was picking up, to be honest. But you're scanning the aisles and you see the best choice products. These are a staple. Some sort of off-brand products, And can I just say, great name, one of the best for a brand.
Best choice.
Best choice.
That's the brand.
That's the brand.
Okay.
Have you seen these before?
No.
Oh.
I don't shop at Super Saver.
Oh, okay.
So that's
You're
probably why.
Kind of in the elite group.
I prefer the worst choice, actually.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like they are onto something that I don't think a lot of people have thought about. They're trying to get creative with their names.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of Kellogg's. That's just a guy's name. But, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got best choice. And it's like, I wonder which one of these is going to be the best.
They're telling you exactly what their product is.
Right. It's the best choice. It's the best choice. I feel like, that's great for them. And I feel like maybe we should hop on that with some other one. Like pick this one.
Best podcast.
It's right. Exactly. We're going to go through a rebrand. This is the best choice podcast that you can listen to. Yeah. It just feels like it's speaking directly to the consumer when they're weighing in their heads, which one of these am I going to like the most? Which one should I buy of these choices? And they're like, we're the best one.
What episode are we on?
We're on 37.
37?
Yep.
What a great number.
You think so? 3 and 7, very biblical numbers right there.
Are they?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole book called Numbers.
Yeah.
So I would assume
and it's in there.
Most numbers are biblical.
Very biblical. Yeah.
Kind of seems a little like cheating in that way, but
yeah, I think that is more because people's names used to be numbers.
Really?
Like Trey, for example.
I guess.
No, I don't really know enough to speak on this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay.
It used to be like you take a name and there's a number associated with it. For example, David is the same as 14. So if you've got any friends named David, go call him 14.
I think I do have a friend named David. He's about 23 though.
Okay, so. Sure. Yeah, I don't really get it. Something about transliteration. I don't get it either.
Transliteration.
Yeah.
You just made that up.
Nope.
It's not even a real word.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really get it, to be honest.
You weren't lying when you said you didn't know enough to speak on it.
I really don't.
Now I'm intrigued, but I don't have any way to satisfy that information. I mean, I guess I could look it up.
If only. Yeah, if only we had a search engine that has indexed almost the entire world's information.
That's all right. Speaking of names, just because you've got us on this now.
Sure.
I've been intrigued because nowadays, a lot of names in Western culture, let me clarify that.
Okay.
Are based off of biblical names, right?
Yeah.
My name, your name, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but back in the day, there was no Bible when these names were first getting around. So who came up with these?
Who came up with the first names?
Yeah. Pretty much
literally. Yeah, that's a great question.
Or was someone just running around saying, hey, 12?
Yeah.
Would you not want to be called 12 anymore?
Now we're getting back. We got 11 popping up in popular culture.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, obviously, well, not obviously. I don't know. You could say, I don't know what you could say.
I
You
don't
could say
either.
names if you want.
I'm calling people names and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess something I didn't really think about is don't most names have meaning?
Yeah, they
So
do. They do.
So I guess someone said, I mean, I think I don't actually remember what my name means.
Mhm.
Do you know what your name means?
I believe it means gift from God.
Gift from God. Wow,
So
that's real. Pat yourself on the back
yeah,
there.
does wonders for the ego.
Must be nice.
Yeah,
Um,
Ryan.
I don't think I
believe.
can talk. I think mine actually means king or something.
Okay.
Little king.
Okay.
So, so mine actually mine
king.
tampers the ego. Short king. That's right.
I believe Ryan is translated to short king.
Yeah. So at least mine kind of tempers the ego.
Right, a little bit.
But
it's a give and take.
I guess maybe that's why.
Yeah, you kind of name it after something that you want to see in the child.
Yeah.
You say, I would like this to be a little king. So how about we name him Little King?
Pretty much.
That's gonna be the name of my firstborn.
It was very literal back in the day.
It was. And we've kind of got a removal of the language. A lot of these names are Hebrew or Greek or whatever.
Right.
You see that sometimes, like, I don't know. I think I knew a girl named like Patience or something like that. So some people are trying to bring it in, to the popular culture.
Hope,
yeah,
faith,
for sure. That also
so there's
works.
a lot of those.
Yeah, that's
kind of
those
virtuous characteristics.
Yeah, more common.
I guess it's kind of interesting to think about. Back in the day. I'm staying back in the day because I don't actually know a time frame at all.
No idea for the time range.
Yeah, when I guess when you called someone by their name, it was more like you were just saying words at them that were assigned to them at birth. I mean, that's what a name is. But much more so that you knew what the words meant.
Yeah. How do you think people felt about that?
Hey, gift from God.
Hey.
Come over here.
Hey, little king.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels strange nowadays, but
I guess, but then you have like Native American names. It's really the exact same thing.
Same vibes. Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not really that strange when you think about it that way.
True. Yeah. But it's still different. We were talking about this the other day.
We were?
Not us. We. I'm just kidding.
The royal we.
Yeah, I was talking with myself actually. No, it was in one of my classes, kind of.
You were having a conversation about the origins of names in one of your classes?
Pretty much. It was a discussion among classmates.
Okay. And someone said, hey, gift from God.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I said, well, mighty soldier. No, this dude he was kind of, he was talking about how we've got these friends like Shivani and some folks, and they like know the meaning behind their name. And so they're talking about that. And then my friend Liam is just like, yeah, Liam just doesn't mean anything, and he kind of likes it that way, where it's like you get to fill your own meaning into the name. That's kind of the road that Elon Musk took with his kid, I would say.
Definitely.
But then we looked it up, and turns out Liam, it does have a meaning.
I was guessing.
Right, exactly. And so we're just a little bit devoid of that, or detached is probably a better way to say that.
Liam might be devoid of his meaning now that he knows that it's not what he thought it was.
Yeah, I think it actually means mighty warrior or something like that. And so he had a bit of a 180 on like, I actually do like that.
Yeah, and I will be joining the military.
Right, right. The other thing about Super Saver is not only do they have best choice, they've also got basically what looks like might be illegal. I don't know if it's an appropriate operation. They've just got like a bunch of stuff in Ziploc bags that you can purchase, like Reese's Pieces in a Ziploc bag. You can just buy that. You can't find that at Hy-Vee. Okay, you can't find that
you can't.
at Whole Foods.
and I don't want to.
Okay. But you can.
That doesn't seem right.
Right? It feels like there should be regulations against that. But that's like, some kid selling out of his backpack at school. It's like, yo.
Yeah.
I got
Although,
enchiladas.
is it really all that different from going into a candy store and just like picking out the candy and putting it in your own bag?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But at least you're doing that. I mean, does that make it better? Probably not. But
yeah, it makes it worse actually.
Maybe.
Yeah. I just can't say that I've really been to a candy store. Well,
really,
I've been to the M&M store at Mall of America.
well, that would almost directly classify as a candy store.
Yeah, that's probably in the fullest extent. So I take it back.
M&M store. You see the M&M commercial at the Super Bowl?
I did the Ma and Yas.
Yeah, did you understand it? I didn't really catch the plot during the first half of the commercial, and then I kind of got it towards the end.
Yeah, I really wasn't catching the volume at that point. I think we were talking over it. I just saw, I think that's Maya Rudolph.
Yes.
And she was introducing Ma and Yas.
Yeah. They're clam covered chocolates.
Wow.
Or not clam covered, chocolate covered clams, I think is what I meant to say. But they're not real. No, I mean, maybe.
The Ma and Yas, they were advertised as
chocolate covered clams. Yeah, get it right. That was my interpretation of the art.
The art.
Yeah.
Okay. I really missed
why people weren't like the actors in the commercial weren't enjoying eating them.
See, I didn't even see that part of it.
You didn't.
I was completely tuned out. I just saw Maya Rudolph and the Ma and Yas.
Yeah, I mean that's what they were called. So.
Yeah, right.
But then later in the evening, they bring back the M&M spokes candies.
That's kind of confusing to me. So are they back reinstated?
They're back. It was a marketing stunt.
Oh.
It's like last year when they killed off Mr. Peanut.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I see him all the time.
He was back this year.
Yeah.
He was
fully grown.
Yeah.
How what's
I think
that?
He probably faked his own death.
And had a baby.
Maybe. Well, I haven't seen the baby. Have you?
Not recently. But that was in that commercial. I think that was our freshman year, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah, they killed him off and then he became Baby Peanut.
Yeah, but have you seen the Baby Peanut?
No.
But you have seen Mr. Peanut.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Is that the baby and he grew up? Or
I'm thinking maybe that's his son.
I disagree.
You think so?
I think there was never a baby.
But I saw it in the commercial.
Yeah, you saw it in a commercial. A digital media.
Yeah, right. Okay.
All I know is he was back this year, and it was the roast of Mr. Peanut.
Oh, really?
And
I missed a lot of commercials.
It was advertised as roasted peanuts. That was the advertisement, but it was the roast of Mr. It was actually kind of clever.
Okay.
In that way.
And did they just cook him?
They cooked it. Oh yeah, they flamed him like crazy.
In what
in a comedic sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to check that one. Was it good?
It was fine.
Okay.
Well, apparently there was more to it. They said you can catch the full roast on YouTube.
And that one's just a video of them cooking the peanuts.
That one is quite graphic.
Okay. I apparently missed a lot more commercials than I thought. Which is fine. But I didn't even see that one come up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember when it was. I felt like they were a lot less memorable than past years.
Apparently.
Maybe that's just because marketing departments are finally realizing that it's not worth it to have a Super Bowl commercial that costs like $1 million to produce, but then also another $1 million to put on the air.
Except that one dude. Did you see that? He put his QR code to his Twitter.
I did see that.
So he paid a couple million for some Twitter followers. I think there's much more effective means of doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think you can
bots.
Russian bots.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
I did see that. My friend that was sitting next to me scanned the QR code. Like, what is this?
Right.
And then he thought it was broken because it just redirected to the Twitter account.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? And didn't ultimately follow him. So
yeah,
he did not reach his target market there.
You always have some guy who goes rogue. with the Super Bowl commercials. A couple of years ago, you got, I think that dude just paid for a black commercial. Like it didn't have any video, didn't have any audio. It was just, and I was like, okay.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, I feel like that was actually like 5 years ago, at least. But
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I can't tell if the Super Bowl commercials have gotten worse or if I've just kind of grown out of them. Like maybe it was just kind of a younger me kind of thing. I specifically remember a commercial. I don't know why this one pops up, but I feel like this is earning their marketing budget. But it was from Cash for Gold, and it had featured MC Hammer, and that's about all I remember. But that was a great one.
Is there one unified Cash for Gold?
Don't know. Have no idea actually, but I'm gonna say yeah. At least one of them put up that commercial.
I guess a lot of places benefited from that.
Yeah.
There were also the He Gets Us commercials.
Right.
Did you see those?
Yes.
I thought that was funny. I didn't really know what the message was. I mean, the message was probably he gets us, but also it definitely. I mean, it can't have been to spread awareness of Jesus, right?
You don't know
I think
that.
most people know about Jesus.
No.
No.
You might think that, but talking about
if you didn't see this commercial, it was just. I mean, as far as I can remember, the name Jesus came on the screen, and then it was replaced. They replaced the JES with he gets us, right?
I thought it went the other way. He gets us, all of us, and then it condenses to Jesus.
I don't.
Jesus. I don't know. But also before that, like I think they had multiple commercials, but one of them, it's like a bunch of people. It's like a slideshow of people like fighting each other. And then it says like Jesus said to love your enemies. And then it goes, he gets us, all of us, and then goes Jesus. And that one I struggle to follow. Because if the message that you take away is that he gets us, and then you show images of people fighting and like stuff like that, I feel like that doesn't support that he does get us, but like
he's probably not condoning the violence.
Right. It kind of seems like it's condoning.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Was there a Budweiser commercial?
Not that I saw. There was we were noting this at the party that I was at. There was a shocking lack of alcohol commercials.
Yes.
There was a Bud Light commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that one.
I thought that wasn't a Bud Light commercial.
What's up?
It was.
How do you know which one? You're probably thinking of one of the other ones. That was not a Bud Light commercial.
Yeah. There was a commercial that was like, this is a Coors Light commercial. But it's like, no, actually it's a Bud Light commercial. And then it ends with, I don't remember what the ending was, but they pulled out some other beer and like, actually it's this commercial.
I think I missed that one.
I don't remember. It wasn't very effective, obviously, because I don't remember it at all.
You're like, okay, this beer definitely isn't going to be it. If you've fooled me twice, I'm not going to keep believing you. I'm not sure, but there was a Bud Light commercial featuring Miles Teller where they were dancing to old music.
Sorry, I got that wrong because it was Coors Light and Miller Light, and they're like, no, it's my commercial, and then it actually ended up being a Blue Moon commercial. So they really threw you for a loop there.
Yeah, not super effective. Not super effective, but
well, since we're talking about it already,
yeah,
the Super Bowl. What did you think?
It happened. What did I think?
Was it superb?
Yeah, sure.
You thought so?
I'll say it. We won, so that helps.
Shocking lack of owls, I found, but I did like it. So
a lack of owls.
Yeah. You don't get it?
I don't follow.
I thought it was superb, but there was a shocking lack of owls.
I see.
So
because if it was superb, then there would have been owls.
Yeah, I mean,
owls are superb, therefore
it seems like they should change the name if they're not going to have any owls in it.
Okay.
there were a ton of Eagles, so,
Super Beagle, the Super Beagle.
Yeah.
That's
I think that was
actually
called Underdog.
that's on Animal Planet, I believe.
I watched it as well. I thought it was one of the better Super Bowls in recent memory,
Wow, that's incredible. Despite the lack of owls,
despite the lack of owls, which they'll make up for next year, I'm sure.
undoubtedly.
Whenever I think about the Super Bowl, though, I think about the one that was, I don't remember who was playing, but it was like 5 or 6 years ago, and the ending score was like 7-3,
Oh, sure.
and it was not great.
Right. That's what you think of when
It
you
was
think
just
Super Bowl.
so boring to watch.
Mhm.
And I think the one score was during like the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's not great. So
The one
this
touchdown.
one just blew it out of the water.
It
then,
did. It really did. It exceeded expectations
in
and
about the
everything.
first, half of the quarter.
Yeah.
Which is the first eighth
Mhm.
of the game.
Yeah. I'm sure you were happy with the outcome.
I was happy.
Your
Shout out to
hometown.
Chiefs. Yeah, hometown team. Good stuff. Probably won't be making it back for the parade, but that's okay.
Mhm.
That's okay. I'll be there in spirit.
Sure.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, there was some what am I saying? Hesitancy, not hesitancy. There was some amount of
Hesitation?
worry, I would say.
Worry.
Patrick Mahomes goes down into the first half. It's like,
That was not great.
is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he okay? But yeah, he did get back out there. It was a good time. Also just a good time watching with friends. Went over to my friend Bryce's place and had some friends there. If you haven't seen a football game with Charlie, you haven't lived.
Really?
Because it's a great time. He's getting into it. He's an Eagles fan.
Mm.
He's, berating you for
Sure.
not actually. He's asking you if you're nervous. These sorts of things.
That's right.
To which, no.
Not really.
Heart rate's probably lower than resting.
Yeah, I've been sitting for a while.
Right.
So.
Right. And then, game goes by, it's a fun time watching. There's, banter back and forth. Then about a minute and a half left in the game. He goes, my team's looking great. And it's like, what team is that, Charlie? Like, well, my team, the Chiefs, of course, of course. And so his team won.
Wow,
in the end,
that's awesome.
He's got an incredible win rate, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever had his team lose in any game that he's been watching. And so props to him. I do have to say the going in position almost always I feel like the 3 Super Bowls that the Chiefs have been in, his going in position has been exactly opposite of the end result. We got our freshman year rooting for the Bucks. No, that wasn't the right. The Niners. Okay. The Niners. Then sophomore year, Chiefs v Bucks. Going with the Chiefs, I think. And then this year going with the Eagles. So he's been almost exactly off. But in the end, it all works out because he ends up winning. And that's what counts.
That's all that counts, really.
It really is. It really is. Did you have any sort of festivities going on watching it, or are you just alone by yourself?
Wow. Well, it's nice of you to put it like that.
Oh, okay.
But actually, no. I was watching it with a few of my buddies. Had to move some furniture around to accommodate.
For sure.
But we made it work, and it was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were a little preoccupied because they were bidding on some genuine movie posters from a recently closed cinema in Omaha.
Oh, wow.
So they were kind of half watching the game, half frantically placing bids on certain movies.
What does the
Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Mars Needs Moms.
They just keep those things?
I guess.
Wow. That seems
like they would kind of pile up, and there were a lot of auctions going on of these things.
I just kind of assumed that it was the recent ones. But
Yeah, I
fair
don't.
enough.
I mean, maybe they keep them around just in case they
Have a
need a bit of
re-airing.
extra cash
Yeah, that
for the liquidation
right.
because they closed down, and I guess they needed the money.
Yeah.
And my friends bought, I believe, around 5 posters.
Okay.
Good for them.
How does the bidding process for that look? Are we getting into the tens of thousands of dollars or
We're
the hundreds of
talking.
thousands?
We're not quite.
Okay.
We're talking in the tens of cents
No way.
and maybe the tens of dollars.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
one of them reached like in the $100 range, but that was only because it had uh like 2 Star Wars posters in it. But all the other ones I saw were under $20. Some of
Okay.
them under $1.
Are you saying they're selling like a box of these
There's
things?
they got all sorts they got a bulk of like 4 different posters, which seem to have no rhyme or reason associated to why they were grouped together.
Probably you've got
Uh,
one in there that people want and 3 that they don't really care about.
Probably.
Is my guess.
Probably. And then some of them were just singles.
Okay.
There was a single Jonas Brothers poster that was going for around 4 cents.
Okay. It's pretty economical. Got to pick that up.
Which one of the Jonas Brothers was in a commercial during the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Rick Salty or something like that. That's not
No,
it.
I don't think so.
No, it's got an X in there though. I think so.
Dextrum or something.
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
think.
That was a memorable one. That was one of the
I mean,
memorable
I
ones.
remembered it.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting what posters they won. I'll have to ask them.
Mhm.
But there were some good ones. Like I said, Mars Needs Moms, which is a classic. Have you seen that?
Never even heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No.
Well, I think it kind of speaks for itself.
Okay.
The
Kinda goes to
plot
the
plot
whole-
of that is the Martians are kidnapping mothers from Earth to raise their children on Mars, because as the title implies, Mars needs mom.
They have a serious daycare deficit.
Yeah. Flushed Away. Have you heard of that? That
No,
was the other
even
one.
a little bit.
Well, you just
I've
don't really
seen
watch a lot of
Finding
movies.
Nemo.
I
that's
don't know
what-
if that was one.
Okay.
I'm not remembering any of the other
He kind of
ones.
flushed himself away, I think, if I'm recalling correctly.
When was that? Was
When
that
he
in
was
the
trying to escape from the
dentist?
evil little girl. Didn't he do that?
I think so.
Yeah.
He had a little help.
I was gonna say you got to how I was trying to recall how he did that exactly, because it seems like you're gonna need
For one, he doesn't have hands.
That's gonna be a big issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did another fish
I don't
propel
remember.
him forward?
I haven't watched in a while.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite movie.
Okay. I mean, that's most movies, to be fair.
Yeah. I'd say only one movie's my favorite.
All but
movie.
one is not your favorite.
But that one is not even close.
Okay.
And Finding Dory, I mean, don't even get me started on that.
Okay. I won't.
It was a train wreck.
Okay.
Or maybe a shipwreck better.
Would be, yeah. A fish wreck.
I like the beginning, but then it kind of just...
Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
When he touches the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my favorite.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I mean, I think that was one of the horror movies for me growing up.
One of the horror movies.
Yeah. 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 I'm a huge horror buff. And that was what got me kicked off on it.
What's scary about it?
That girl.
The girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also just being away from home. Getting kidnapped.
Getting lost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, it frightens me to my bones.
I imagine.
Yeah. I'm shaking in my boots. Yeah. Similar vibes. Have I told you about Pepper and Two Step or something like that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a movie about like 2 horses that save these kidnapped children.
Were they trapped in a well or something?
No. They got kidnapped for real.
Kidnapped for real?
Yeah.
No.
Like their parents were gone and they just left them at home. And then these kidnappers came.
Can't do that.
And they kind of were stalking them a little bit, and then they set fire to the house to flush them out. And then
Seems a bit overkill.
yeah, well, they did it, and then they kidnapped him.
And so the two horses saved them?
Yeah.
How does that work?
No idea.
Doesn't seem right.
I don't recall. I was traumatized at that point to the extent where I wasn't really.
Well, the fire and the kidnapping.
Mostly the kidnapping.
Probably.
Yeah.
Being away from home.
We watched that in my second grade class.
Why?
I have no idea. And I think that one stuck with me. That's for sure. I think the horses followed their scent. They're like a bloodhound, like a blood horse.
Sure.
And they got help. They called 911, and they got people involved. It was.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was one of the more frightening experiences of my youth. And
did it win any awards or anything like that?
It won an award for scariest movie.
Scariest movie ever
to show at a second.
It just narrowly won over Finding Nemo.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So that was kind of some traumatic content there.
A lot of sirens out there.
Yeah.
Apparently, some kids got kidnapped and the horses alerted the police to their location.
Yeah, some horse arrests.
Some horseplay.
Yep. So I don't really even know how we got on Finding Nemo. Movie posters.
That's right.
Flushed away.
Flushed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's I believe I don't remember how much money they spent. It was not a lot.
Okay.
Because like I said, the bids were not high.
Yeah, that's probably
they were willing to spend upwards of $80.
Okay. But it's good to set a budget.
Little thing to know about bidding if you're ever doing this, just to have a safe and knowledgeable bidding experience. There are service fees that do not include the bid.
Oh boy!
So there's like this website had a 20% fee.
That seems steep.
Which is fairly steep. I mean, if you're paying $80, that's a $16 fee plus shipping,
of course.
So
and handling.
Throw
that in there.
And the poster surcharge.
Right. Exactly. The internet fee.
And the convenience fee.
Yes. The delivery online.
So it adds up. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's good to know.
Not that I'm ever going to probably bid online.
Right.
I don't know what I would want.
Yeah. Maybe some movie. I mean, what are they doing with the movie posters? Just hanging them
probably.
Are they starting their own theater?
I could ask them. I would say that's probably a business they want to get out of. If they are. I've heard it's not doing too well.
Hey, they could revolutionize the game.
Yeah, I guess. I would imagine just hang them up in their house.
Okay.
I gotta be honest. I'm not a fan of hanging things on my wall.
Okay.
But I don't know that it's that I don't like it as much as I don't want to go through the effort of doing it in a space that I feel is temporary.
I 100% agree with you right now. You don't even know the hate that I've gotten.
You've gotten hate.
Yeah.
People are hating on you.
Yes, hating on the party room.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's so dead in here. And it's like, well, maybe you should liven up the space.
We're in here.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Life is what you make of it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to be out of here in like a couple months. So why am I, why am I trying to spruce this place up? I'm not trying to make this an HGTV set. You know, this is just, maybe it is an HGTV set. But it's
prime candidate for one, maybe
more so fixer upper or
someone
something
else
like
would be
that.
doing the work,
right? So I am 100% with you there. I've always said that. Look, once I get into a space that I feel like is my own and my home, then I'll spruce it up real nice.
Yeah, you'll go crazy.
I will make up more than make up for it. I'll put so much on the walls you can't even see them. All
Oh,
right.
don't do that.
Yeah. I'll make it a fire hazard.
Yeah.
All right. I'll do it. But until then, I'm probably just gonna be chilling, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a wee little lad, I had, posters and all sorts of stuff just hanging all over the walls,
Yeah.
going crazy. Um, but then, coming here to good old LNK, the UNL campus specifically,
Sure.
I just always felt temporary. It just never seemed worth it to decorate.
Here's the thing, I'm not gonna go after the people that do decorate their rooms. Maybe you will, but
No, I
I'm not
won't.
going to. No, hey, maybe you will.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna leave that open for you.
Okay.
Okay, like you could do it if you want. I'm giving you permission, but I'm just not gonna do that. And so then when it's coming my way, it's like,
Yeah,
you're a rock star.
I'm not hating. Yeah, I'm not hating on you for your
Right.
decorations.
And so frankly, I think it's the people that make the room. And I've always said that.
That's a great way to put it.
Thank you. And
we are some of the best people we know.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how we roll in the decorating space.
We are revolutionizing the decoration space.
Yeah.
We're what people like to call minimalists.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
In that we like to put minimal effort into our rooms.
Yeah.
So,
right. We're trying to minimize the amount of decoration.
I'm just not a very material person.
Right.
Is what I've always said about myself.
Am I better than everyone else?
I'm not gonna say it.
Say it. I won't. I won't say
leaning
it.
that way.
I'm just gonna say that I think there are things that are beyond this world. Okay, and that's what I have my sights set on.
That's right.
So I'll leave it there. I have a very Puritan approach to my room decoration, but I'll be switching that right up. I'll become very material. Hey, don't worry. I'll become very materialistic once I get into my own space.
Swing much farther in the other direction.
Right. I'll become a hoarder. All right, I'll do it. But
did you ever watch that show?
Hoarders? Nope.
My mom used to watch that a lot.
Okay.
I would just kind of sit down on the couch and watch it sometimes. Maybe this is a really terrible take, but looking at their homes, it never seemed that bad to me.
Like, that just looks like my room.
Like, yeah, I mean,
you were a hoarder.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
No, more so that like you don't need all of those newspapers, or you don't need 5 of the same item that you don't even use one of.
Well, okay.
But also, did you need all of the space that this was occupying, or that this is occupying? Do you really need that space either? Like, as soon as you can't walk around, then it's a problem, I would say.
Right. When you can't escape the house.
Yes.
That's going to be an issue.
That's definitely an issue. I guess the real issue is it's not sustainable.
Sure. Bad for the environment.
Well, yeah.
Of your home.
But also the fact that you cannot sustain all of that stuff in your house.
Right.
But I feel like if you don't reach the point where you can't like walk around and that, I mean, maybe then you're not a hoarder. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I don't use that much space in my house. So it feels like if I just put stuff there, it wouldn't really affect much at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
But hey.
I also don't collect newspapers.
Right. I try to avoid newspapers, actually.
Yeah. It's all digital.
Right. Exactly. I have a hoarding problem. I just hoard the internet. I just eat it up. I have access to every newspaper.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
I hoard photos.
Okay.
In that I've got 64 gigabytes of photo storage on my phone.
That's going to be an issue.
I just take them like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. How was your week outside of the Super Bowl?
Uneventful, for one.
Sure.
I played a little bit of poker.
No way.
That was fun.
You head out to a casino?
No,
Oh,
no. This was just with my uncles, my dad,
yeah,
little family game.
fun.
I was a good time. Did I win? Not at all.
Okay.
But I didn't want to defend myself in that. I kind of walked away from the table a bit. Was talking to my uncle about job opportunities.
Okay.
Nothing less. He works as a embedded engineer.
Wow. Okay.
For
Where is he embedded into?
He is embedded into EF Johnson.
Okay.
Have you heard of them?
No.
They kind of make
Sounds
like
painful.
radios and
Okay.
things like that.
Sure.
But yeah, he was talking to me about kind of job opportunities.
Mhm.
And then I get back to the table and my dad is spending all of my money, spending all my chips basically, betting for me.
Is that allowed?
No, not really.
Okay.
But I didn't really mind because we left shortly after that.
Mhm.
Have you ever played? Do you play?
I've played poker. Here's my thoughts on poker. There was a time where I was like, it would be kind of fun to get good at this. And then I kind of tried to get good. And I'm like, this is actually very boring because I'm folding all the time.
Sure.
I'm not playing 80% of the time I'm playing, which is maybe a bit too much. Maybe that's where I went wrong.
Yeah, you're a very cautious player.
But yeah, it just kind of gets to the point where it's like, this is so, like, such little is happening right now.
Yeah. And that's why I don't think I would play in a casino.
Mhm.
Thankfully, when I play with the family,
Mhm.
as we'll call them now,
Sure.
we don't really play.
Getting very legalistic.
We
in
don't
your-
play like Texas Hold'em
Oh,
or
all right.
anything like that. I mean, we
What kind of poker
sometimes
are you playing?
you pretty much, it's whatever the dealer decides. Play one hand, and then the dealer goes to the next person, and they'll choose a different variation of the game. So
Wow.
we'll might play Texas Hold'em one round. Next round we'll play uh no peek, which is just you get 7 cards and you can't look at them, and you start flipping them over and see how you do.
Wow.
And also we kind of play where there's no real bluffing. So because
Bluffing's not allowed.
well, I mean, it's not really allowed because we're not really playing with hundreds of dollars. You're playing with like quarters, pretty much.
Okay.
I think we played with like $15.
So basically, it's not enough for someone to not follow you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played poker with real money.
Mm.
I've only played it with like chips,
Sure.
just like lays and whatnot. But the thing with that, first off, no stakes. Maybe I would love poker with real money. Probably wouldn't because I'd be losing quite a bit of it.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the last time I played poker, I'm like, I've given up on being good. Those days are behind me. All right. It's time to be bad. And I think I went out in about 3 hands.
Wow.
So yeah, we're just going all great. We're going all in, basically.
Yeah, I mean the other nice part is you don't really have to I mean, since you're not playing with a substantial amount of money, you don't really have to conserve your chips that much. I don't know what you were doing to get out that quick.
Oh,
but
I was
probably
just
nothing
putting them in
good.
there. I was putting them in there.
I'm all in.
I mean, pretty much.
I'm all in on my pair of twos.
And I was doing okay, but turns out the other guy was doing better. So
Yeah, much better.
that's where I went wrong.
Yes. I had 2 cards that matched.
Right.
So I thought I was doing great.
Right. I had an ace. I thought that was pretty
And
good.
that's pretty high. So
yeah.
I've been told.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think if I just played like Texas Hold'em, I probably wouldn't like it either because it gets kind of repetitive.
Okay.
But there's a lot of different variations you can do, which makes it a little more fun.
A little bit more variety
Yeah.
in there. Okay. Well, hey, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like you down to Vegas and we'll try it out.
Yeah, we'll get going on that. We'll get going on that. Yeah, we had poker at my like kind of like lock-in type thing after my high school graduation.
Yeah.
That was one of the things, and I sat in there for a while, and I'm like, what am I doing? I could be playing basketball right now.
Sure.
I could be doing so many other
Which you're a
things.
lot better at.
Right, sure. Well, not really, but hey, Thursday night, 10:30 p.m. Check it out.
Your intramural team?
Yeah.
What are they called again?
The cough drops.
Cough drops.
We're dropping some coughs, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We've got a good group of folks. We got some height on the team, so we'll see. I mean, I think I will.
How are you feeling going into the game?
I'm feeling like I'm going to be breaking the scoring record. Wow. Okay, watch out, LeBron.
And what is the current scoring record? Just
well,
2, 3
points. For me, yeah. For me, it's probably maybe 4 points in a game.
Nice.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay. I will say I have not played in probably 6 to 8 months, so we're gonna be a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
It's also relatively late now. You know, I am a night owl, so maybe that'll help me kick in. The 10:30 start time feels pretty. I don't know if we had any games that late before, but it does feel back there. Especially the other difficult thing about the 10:30 start time is that, you know, they've got these pennies, not coins like you might be gambling with, but like jerseys that are you can like put on to represent what team you're on. But at the 10:30 time slot, they've kind of run out of jerseys at that point, and so you're going to have to reuse jerseys. Sure. So you're kind of going out there and
not feeling great.
You're not feeling the freshest, the cleanest. And you know, there might be some issues with that, but we're going to ignore that. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to knock down at least 5 points, not buckets. And so we'll be doing well. That's my score prediction.
Okay.
Ryan, I went to this event is probably the best way to describe it. This past week, it was kind of a some might call it a networking event, some might call it a community event. But basically, it was about.
What would you call it?
I would call it an event.
Okay,
I would. It was about ChatGPT, GPT, and specifically how you can use these new sorts of artificial intelligences to innovate. Okay, put on by some friends of mine. You don't look like you're having any of that, or maybe are confused a little bit.
Just go on, please. Don't pay any attention to me.
All right, hey, I won't.
I'm intrigued to see where this goes.
Sure. Well, yeah. So basically, we had a little presentation to kick off the night, talking a little bit about what is this? What is this GPT? What is this technology? And then we had a little breakout groups, where you have you had signed up on a name tag. You picked out a name tag, put your name on it, and put it on your shirt.
I think, yeah, we all follow that part.
Look, it's been a long day for me. Okay, can I just say?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. But anyway, these name tags were like randomly numbered ahead of time, and your number corresponds to your group.
I thought you were going to say the number corresponds to the name, like in the Bible.
Yeah,
I was going to say
exactly.
That's kind of strange.
Pretty
full circle.
Pretty eventful there. No, it just corresponds to the group.
Okay.
Which corresponded to your group name. So we were group 6. Or mighty soldier. And yeah, so the thing was, like, with how it was kind of laid out, there were probably, I'm trying to think about how many people there were there, probably at least 50. There were probably 50 people there. And there were exactly 2 6s. So it was just me and this other guy.
Okay.
And shout out Ian. Yeah, so we were just kind of sitting there like, we can't be the only ones, right? And it turns out we were. But we had some joining because there were other tables. 7 was packed. 3 was packed.
Oh my gosh.
We got probably a dozen people over there. We got 2 6s. So that was tough. But we had some good
Joiners.
folks. Right. Yeah. They joined in and helped us out a little bit.
Mhm.
And we were just brainstorming ideas.
What are you doing in the groups?
We're talking about the next big thing. Okay.
And BT.
We're talking about problems that we face.
We're talking about our problems.
Right. It was actually
this is a therapy group.
Yes, you could call it a therapy. Yeah, it was group partner therapy, GPT. But yeah, so
just a quick side note.
Yeah.
What does GPT actually stand for?
I think it's something like generative something, if that helps at all.
You keep talking. I'm going to look it up.
Generatively processed text. I'm not feeling great about that, but that's what we're rolling with.
Yeah.
But
what does GOP stand for?
There you go. Grand old party. Chat GOP.
Generative pre-trained transformer.
I was pretty close.
You were.
I had a third of it. And that's really what counts. I think that's the most important third. Anyway. Yeah. So if you've ever seen Transformers, it's a little bit like that.
Okay.
But we got a new one coming out, by the way. Actually,
really?
2 more. There's
2
one
more?
this year and like one next year or something like that.
I thought they were done after they did the dinosaurs.
No, not even a little bit.
My gosh.
I didn't even know they did dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think that was in the
Jurassic World. Is that what you're thinking of?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, these were mechanical dinosaurs.
Okay.
I think that was Transformers 4, maybe.
Yeah, no,
I haven't seen the past 2 or 3, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I thought they were done.
Yeah, no.
I guess not.
But they are still sticking with the animal theme. I think this one has these massive Transformer gorillas.
Oh, that's nice.
So, and it is.
I think you're thinking of War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's.
Or was that Rise of the War of the?
Yeah, Dawn of the Rise.
Dawn of the Ape.
Of the Ape Planet.
Yeah.
Not sure.
That's right. Which I think they're coming out with another one of those too. But anyway.
Okay. Hey,
off track.
We're on the sequel train, baby. Anyway, yeah. So we're talking about our problems. We're back there, and some of them not great. Well, we got some pretty serious problems. No, not great in terms of being able to solve them with GPT, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure out how to solve problems. For instance, parking. Not going to be a great one to use a text AI on, but that you got to get the juices flowing. For me, food deserts.
That
one's difficult to solve.
Yeah, with a text
AI. So we kind of dropped that a little bit. But we did okay. We did okay for ourselves with some ideas. We're redoing Canvas, doing some student problems, addressing that there, some instructor problems.
Mm-hmm.
We are giving you a personal little chef, so you can just chef up a storm.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that's right. You can be customer number 1. How much are you going to pay for that?
$0.
Well, we can work that. We can work on that.
We can work with that.
So yeah, we're coming up with game-changing ideas here. And anyway, so this goes on for about half hour or so. And then we kind of come together and they're like, yeah, so like we can have people present on ideas that their groups came up with. And so we did, excuse me. Yeah, so groups are presenting. There's like probably 3 or 4 groups that present. And then this lady comes up and she like starts talking. She's like, yeah, I'm the like director here at the School for Emerging Media Arts. It was actually at the same place that Cornhacks was at. So that was pretty fun. Twice in a week. That's a great time. But anyway, yeah, she's like, I'm the director here. And yeah, so if you want to come back we've got an event coming up here tomorrow that I think a lot of you guys would like. And yeah, that's so I'd love to see you there. And I'm like, that was just an advertisement. That wasn't an idea. That wasn't a project idea. What? This isn't just an open mic for anything. You know, I'm expecting people to say, hey, you know, we are, you know, we're doing some online sales. We're doing some drop shipping. So if you are looking for any taco stands, hit me up for the link. These sorts of things, you know, just continues going.
Okay.
With all these sorts of ads, it's like, what's going? We got to stop this. We got to put an end to this because this could have serious consequences. And now I'm just sitting here listening to an ad roll. But they did end up shutting that down after that. It was difficult to tell if it was planned or not. It kind of felt like she was just going rogue, but that was maybe just on me. But yeah, they're like, all right, we're going to call it there and all that. So it was a good time. And got to give, you know, props to my friends for putting that together. But anyway, did that address your confusions from the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you first said it, it just seemed like a lot of buzzwords.
Right.
So I was confused as to what was actually going on.
We're innovating with deep neural networks.
Using deep learning to innovate in the artificial intelligence ChatGPT space.
We're trying to create synergy in the human computer interaction space.
We're driving innovation with a solution-oriented approach.
Absolutely. We're going on the blockchain
to create value.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, it was good. It's a good time. And you know, I think if I don't have $1 billion by the next year, I'm going to be pretty upset.
You threw out some $1 billion ideas.
I did.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Personal chef.
They're probably going to cost $1 billion or so to bring to fruition, but it's going to be good. Ryan, I'm going to ask you for some advice here. Okay. I'd like to consider you my advisor in different sorts of things. You know, I came to you for advice on the name situation, which she has stopped calling me by name. So really? I don't know exactly what's going on her end, but it's okay. Anyway, tell me if you've been in this situation before. I'm assuming you have, but hey, maybe this is a me problem. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I was walking down a tunnel the other day.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. I was on my way to the old convenience store, Herbie's Market, and I'm getting to this set of doors, and I can hear someone on the other side. They're getting ready to scan in and open the doors, and this is right as I'm coming up. And I can already kind of sense what's about to happen. Okay. And I have a feeling that I'm about to scare this person on the other side. Because and so I'm like, all right, what do I do about this? Because do I go back and act like I'm not this close to because I'm right at the door. I'm opening right the door as they're opening the door.
Uh-huh.
And obviously there's no glass or anything. that would mitigate any sort of scare factor, I would say. But anyway, yeah. So I'm like, I'm a sneaky little cat, so they're not going to hear me coming from the other side, right?
Okay.
And so it's like I could go back and kind of act as though I'm still approaching the door, or I could stand there and wait for them to open the door. That's probably not the correct answer.
No, I don't think so.
Or I could open the door for them. There's a lot going on.
So what did you do?
I ended up basically we hit the door at the same time. And I started opening the door as they're opening the door.
Surely they're not pulling in the other direction and you guys are having, the door only opens one way.
Yes.
So what's the issue? Did you scare them?
Yes. Okay. I did end up scaring them. Yeah, it was a little breath
taken
aback.
Do you think they'll carry that with them for the rest of their life?
No, probably not.
Okay.
But it's something where I feel a little bit uncomfortable because I'm like, look, I'm not trying to scare these people.
You don't want to be scared. You wouldn't
Sure.
if that were you
Right.
wouldn't like that.
Yeah. Hey, I've been there. I've been there before. You're opening a door and suddenly someone's there and you're like, well, I didn't see that coming.
So your question to me is, have I ever tried to open a door at the same time as somebody
No,
else?
no. I mean, this isn't the only thing. I mean, sometimes you get that feeling in, in other situations. Like, for example, if you're following someone,
If you're following someone,
at
that
night,
doesn't seem right. Probably don't do that.
it's by chance.
By
Okay.
chance. All right.
Now, or like you're about to hit someone with
That seems kind of messed up.
you're about to just sock him in the eye. You're about to hit him with your car. No, not that. I don't know. Have you're telling me that you've never felt like I'm about to scare this person and then they get scared, but not like you're intentionally scaring them. You've never been in that situation before. 'Cause I feel like this happens to me somewhat frequently.
I guess I don't know that I've ever changed my behavior because of that though.
Okay. That's fair. I feel like that is probably the way to go.
Like at the end of the day, I think that's just kind of an acceptable thing in today's. I mean, not
Look,
some of the things you were
You
throwing out there.
got Look, you gotta accept you're gonna get punched every
Yeah.
once in a while, all right?
Once in a while, just get socked right in the eye.
It's scary, all right? But that's life.
But yeah, if yeah, sometimes you accidentally scare somebody, and hopefully they get over it pretty quick.
Yeah.
If not, they're gonna have a rough time in their life.
But hey, just think about that one time when, you're like, that's part of life. You scare them and boom, they go into cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest.
Okay. And
That's
it's
kind of
your fault.
extreme. I
And
wouldn't
now
say that's your fault
you're
at
getting
all.
prosecuted. You're going to court. You're getting locked up 20 to life. Okay.
All right. I'm not entirely sure you know how the legal system works. So
Well,
there's that.
hey, I took intro to criminal justice.
Here's what I think. I think this is just a larger problem that you have,
Oh,
which sounds bad.
we're
And I
having
don't
a,
mean this offensively.
we're having a little GPT right now.
Yeah. I am generating some thoughts for you to
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah.
I think you care just a little bit too much about what other people think of you.
That might be true.
And I told you this. I told you you shouldn't care what other people think of you.
We tried to nip this in the bud.
Yeah, I did several weeks ago. It didn't work. So we'll try again. But, it again with the lady not knowing your name.
Yeah.
You're thinking, am I going to hurt her feelings if I correct her?
Yeah.
Am I going to, at the end of the day, it's your name.
It's true.
Am I going to
At the end of the day, I'm a gift from God. All
At
right?
the end of the day, you could tell her to start calling you by your number,
Sure.
your NUID.
You're my digits.
Actually in the Bible.
Not like that.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah.
If you're about to scare this person that by opening the door at the same time as them, I mean, that's just a part of life. Like that just happens.
Yeah.
If you turn around and walk away a little bit to walk back, I would say you're doing something wrong with your life.
Sure. Right.
I would not advise that.
Luckily, I didn't do that.
Okay.
But I did consider it.
Right.
I think you have a good point there. Yeah. I think it's about time I take a look in the mirror and figure out who am I?
You want to make a change.
You want to make the world a better place.
That's right.
Stop caring about what other people think about you.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm going to take that to heart. And I'll be out here making some enemies. Right? So
yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
I don't look, Ryan, I don't care what you think. So
right.
off the pod, I'm gonna I'll let you know.
Talking to.
I'll let you know. Here's another idea though. Kind of a business idea, because apparently I don't know.
Does this also use ChatGPT?
Yeah. We could figure that in. Here's what I'm thinking. Halloween is one of the scariest times of the year. And that's kind of the point of it. But, haunted houses, not really for me. I'm not big into getting scared, even though, hey, that's a part of life. Am I right? I'm thinking about opening up a haunted house with just kind of these everyday scares. These sorts of things where you're just kind of walking around and boom, there's someone there. I guess that's how haunted houses kind of work.
Yes.
Someone's opening the door at the same time as you. These sorts of things. I think there could be a market for that.
Yeah, would you go to one of those?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you really?
To operate it.
To operate?
Yeah. I think I would be getting scouted for that place.
Funny that you bring up haunted houses.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about this today. Not really talking, but
thinking.
Someone said, hey, do you want to do this? And I said, well, you didn't really give a time or location. So I don't know. And then they were like, okay, everyone, location is here, except for Ryan. It's the nearest haunted house. I was like, joke's on you. I love haunted houses.
That sounds great.
Sign me up. And to be honest, I do love haunted houses. I'll say it. I'm not ashamed.
You love them.
I love them. I eat them up.
Okay. Okay.
What is a haunted house but a manufactured setting for fear?
Right.
I'm not going in there. I'm not going to be injured in a haunted house. I'm not going to be attacked in a haunted house. Now I'll get to something else in a second.
Okay.
But that's all that it is. It's completely manufactured, artificial. It's an artificial haunting.
Artificially flavored.
I prefer natural hauntings.
Right.
No, actually, the opposite.
Part of the Whole Foods generation.
I'm not down with real haunted houses, like houses where murders have been committed or are supposedly haunted.
Okay.
But
okay, you can finish that thought.
But like haunted houses that are set up for Halloween, I mean, that's an attraction at that point.
For sure. An attraction based on manufacturing fear.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Do you, you mentioned actual haunted houses. What's your vibe with that?
Now, I don't really believe in like ghosts or anything.
Okay.
But
so
I still don't.
You don't want to go to a murder scene.
Of just occupying a house where a murder has been committed.
I think you're fair on that.
I think a lot of people would agree with me there.
Just in case they can come back.
Now, I said I was going to mention something else. There was a movie that came out, several years ago now, and I'm trying to remember what it was called. I'm not remembering. Finding Nemo. It's terrifying.
Okay, yeah.
You might have heard of it. I really wish I remember what it was called because that would help the story a lot. But the premise was there was a serial killer, and he would go to. Have you heard of Scary Acres?
No.
Have you heard of Vala's Pumpkin Patch?
Yes.
We talked about that on the podcast.
I think I actually have heard of Scary. I thought this was going to be like a nationally renowned thing. This is just a place in Omaha or something.
Well, Scary Acres is.
Yeah.
But the premise is that Scary Acres is like a kind of a theme park, not really a park, an attraction where you have kind of haunted houses and other scary locations set up. But the premise of the movie was that there's a serial killer that would kind of go to these places. And so you thought that it was kind of a fake experience with manufactured fear, but he was actually killing people at these places.
Right. Very lifelike.
And the messed up part was yeah, that part's fine.
That one you hear about that every day.
The messed up part was he would commit the murders like in plain sight of everyone. And everyone would think that it was just part of the experience.
Right. These are actors.
Yeah. So that is kind of unsettling to me.
Oh, certainly.
That's kind of much more unsettling than like the idea of like sleeping in a house where a murder has been committed.
Right. Being in a place where a murder is being committed.
Yeah. Being at the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Is
being a murder victim, that's much scarier.
Much worse. Much worse. You wouldn't believe.
Than sleeping. Yeah, no, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, it was.
I'll tell you what.
It wasn't scary, but it was definitely unsettling.
Okay.
Like it's definitely the only movie I've watched that really made me uncomfortable.
The only one.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
wow.
The only movie that really made me uncomfortable that wasn't also like really, scary or fear-inducing. I wouldn't say the movie was scary at all.
Not at all.
Not really.
Okay.
But it was definitely very unsettling.
I would say so.
And I have no idea what it was called.
I'm feeling unsettled. I'll say that. But yeah.
I'm feeling very settled.
Okay. I'm feeling as though I've settled my point.
That reminds me of a new kind of more recent trend that I've started taking up with my Instagram notes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've opted to, I'm trying to think about, how can I streamline this? How can I get, get likes, get impressions?
Consider ChatGPT.
Consider ChatGPT.
What should my Instagram note be
for
today?
$1 billion idea.
Yeah.
The idea was kind of to take common motivational phrases, but with a twist.
Turn them on their head.
Turn them on their head, really.
Unsettle them.
Unsettle.
Yeah.
And so the first one that I came up with was never settle.
Okay.
Live a nomadic lifestyle.
Okay. Sure. Get out there.
Just, you think about never settling. Just roam the plains, honestly. Just get around.
I like it.
My one yesterday was be a change maker and work in a coin manufacturing facility.
Right.
Or a mint.
The U.S. Mint.
Right.
Federal Reserve.
So, I'm just trying to motivate people.
I like that. Really. You're trying to inspire change in their lives.
Right. I'm trying to make
a
change.
Different type of change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I might have to start getting on there and seeing what you're posting. Probably won't, but hey.
Yeah, maybe you could get on our podcast social media and start posting on there.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a thought.
No, probably won't, but
okay.
Glad it wasn't a suggestion because that's probably not happening. But no, hey, maybe I'll think about it. How about this? Why don't you just, give it a follow over on Instagram.com and see if anything pops up over there or not. I think that sounds like a good idea. But yeah, in the meantime.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Episode 37. We'll see you for the next one, which will probably be episode 38. We'll have to decide on that, but I think it should be good. Yeah. See you then.
Peace. Peace and chicken grease. I've always hated that phrase.
I've always hated it in the sense that this is the first time that I've heard it.
Really? When I think of peace, I'm not thinking of chicken grease. Okay? Chicken grease is messy. It's chaotic. It's slippery and slidey and gross. It's not peaceful. Not in a zen state.
Okay.
When I think of chicken grease. Or any kind of grease.
But consider this. It rhymes.
It does rhyme. I'll give you that. But here's the problem. It's a rhyme without reason.